What can I really say about Chex Mix that hasn't already been said? Ballads have been written about it, relationships forged, wars fought. Chex Mix is a hell of a drug, as someone once said. Or did they say that Chex Mix is a verb? Let's make it, I guess, because who's really out there buying Chex Mix, unless you're stuck at an airport? Alright, so this is another dead simple recipe that my family makes around the holidays, but with some recent additions. We'll start with the most important part though, butter. Melt a stick of butter in a saucepan. Once it's melted, kill the heat and add in a couple tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, a few dashes each of paprika, garlic powder, and onion powder, and a pinch of salt. Or if you have seasoned salt, you can use that instead of this combination of seasonings. I think it's somewhat similar, but I just don't have seasoned salt. Whisk together to get everything incorporated. This will be the connective tissue that brings together our entire mix. So, set your oven to 275 degrees Fahrenheit, and then we'll talk about just what that mix is. Growing up, we always did Rice Chex, Corn Chex, Wheat Chex, peanuts, and pretzels. The past couple years though, we've been upgrading the mix with two key additions, Cheez-Its and rye chips. Now let's get into proportions. For one batch, which fills 2 sheet trays and maybe lasts 3 days, we usually do the following. 3 cups of Rice Chex, 2 cups of Corn Chex, and 1 cup of Wheat Chex because technically it's awful, but it's there to remind you of how good the other Chex are. To that we'll add a cup of peanuts, a handful of pretzels, because why not, a heaping handful of Cheez-Its, and a scant handful of rye chips. Toss those all up to distribute them equally, and then we'll mix it in with the butter mixture. Yes, whoever is making you your Chex Mix is touching literally every single piece you're going to put into your mouth, if they're doing it right at least. Now, spread the mixture out across 2 half-sheet trays and bake for 1 hour. Removing from the oven every 15 minutes to stir and taste for salt. And if you're finding they're not salty enough, take a few pinches of kosher salt and use a spice grinder to pulverize it into a salt dust, and then sprinkle it around. You could also do this in any mortar and pestle type vessel. When it's a dust, it'll have a much better chance of sticking to the pieces and evenly salting the snack instead of falling off when it's a larger granule. And that's really it. This is Chex Mix. I mean, did you expect it to be anything other than this? Yeah, alright. Bye.